He tucked his children into bed every night. Then he left the house. By morning, he was back. Breakfast was made. Lunches were packed. Nothing appeared disturbed. He was known as reliable, patient, involved. A man whose life followed predictable rhythms. And yet, during the same hours his family slept, something else was happening. Unseen, unspoken, and unnoticed. No alarms were raised. No neighbors questioned the late departures. Because nothing about him suggested danger. And that was the contradiction investigators would later struggle to reconcile. What do you think really happened? In his community, he was viewed as steady and unremarkable, in the safest possible way. He held a regular job. He attended school events. He volunteered when asked. Teachers described him as attentive. Neighbors described him as quiet. There were no public outbursts. No visible instability. No history that invited scrutiny. His routine was consistent: work, home, family, repeat. And consistency creates trust. It is how people stop watching closely. How patterns replace questions. To those around him, there was no reason to believe his life extended beyond what they saw. And so no one questioned the hours after midnight, because nothing had ever gone wrong before. What do you think really happened? The first irregularities were small enough to dismiss. A missed call that went unanswered. A late return explained away as overtime. A change in sleep patterns that blended into stress. Digital records later showed activity during hours he claimed to be home. Messages sent. Searches conducted. Movements logged. At the time, none of it raised concern. Because the context mattered more than the details. And his context was trust. By the time anyone noticed the inconsistencies, they were already in the past. The case shifted when authorities connected his nighttime absences to confirmed criminal activity. Specific dates. Specific locations. Actions that required planning and presence. The timeline overlapped with family routines that appeared unchanged. He was present in the morning, absent at night, and active in places his public life could not explain. For the first time, facts emerged that could not coexist. A father at home. A perpetrator elsewhere. Both documented. Neither accounted for. Investigators would later confront a difficult reality. If a life could be divided this cleanly, if trust could function as concealment, how many warning signs had been mistaken for normalcy? And more unsettling still, if this could happen once, unnoticed for years, how often does it happen without anyone ever realizing? What do you think really happened?